What is up, everybody? Welcome to a very special DualShockers PAX panel where we are going to build our own N64 classic console. I'm your host, Sam Woods, and I'm joined by a very esteemed panel of my DualShockers co-workers and a very special guest. Next to me is Mario Rivera. How are you doing, Mario?
Doing all right. I love that we're doing sort of like a Shawn Michaels there. That was awesome. Or fusion dance, whatever you want to say.
Below him, Ricky Freck. How are you doing, Ricky?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, man, I am feeling groovy. Below me, we have Scott. I can get that one right. How are you doing, Scott?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I am all good. And next to Scott, we have DualShockers' own Cameron Hawkins. You might have seen him on Kind of Funny Games, Inside Gaming, Beyond. He's been all over the place. How are you doing, Cam?
I feel like I haven't gotten an equal introduction, but I'm doing all right. I'm ready to talk about these, see what games we pick. I think there's going to be definitely some hot takes in here, so we'll see what happens.
There definitely is. Yeah, you're going to be an interesting one though, Cam, because we were just talking before. You never owned an N64. You've played one, but you never owned one. So
yeah, I've played plenty of N64 games. I just never got to own one myself. See what games we pick. I think there's going to be definitely some hot takes in here, so we'll see what happens.
And then we have on the other side of me is the very special guest, the host, founder, and producer of Borderline Entertainment, Asa Greenriver. How are you doing, Asa?
I'm just blessed to be here. Thank you guys so much for including me. And Mario, you said that it was Shawn Michaels. I was thinking it's like a fusion dance.
That's what I said at the
Dragon Ball fusion dance.
I did say that at the end. I was like, I said
Yeah.
fusion dance, whatever. I say Shawn Michaels, but whatever.
So Sam and I, we could turn into like a new person right now.
Gogeta, best fusion, baby.
That's true.
Cool. We're already getting off topic, which bodes well for this conversation, right?
Very much so.
Cool. So what we are here to do is theoretically going to be simple, but it definitely won't be. We're going to try and build our N64 console. It's going to be just like the NES and Super NES console, kind of a collection of games that we as a team feel like would best represent the N64. We're going to try keep it to 10 for time purposes, but it's not going to be the 10 best games that were released on the N64, but more of a selection of 10 different games that we think would make the complete package. So before we jump in, just a couple of things to consider. We can make this list as long as we want, but we're going to have to chop it down to 10 at some point. So let's try not to get too trigger happy with it. Yeah?
Okay, fine. Sure.
This isn't the best 10 games on the console. We want variation. So there's a ton of 3D platformers on the N64, but we don't just want a console with 3D platformers. Same with franchises. I'm sure we can make a great console with the 10 best Mario games on the N64, but we want to try and mix it up a bit. So are we good? Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's rock it. I'm going to throw a few quick questions out to you guys. We're going to start to build the foundations of the list. Then we're going to go through for all. Everyone's just going to suggest and we're all going to fight about what we want on the list. So, first of all, is anybody going to be crazy enough to debate that Mario 64 shouldn't be on this list, or are we locking that in straight away?
No, I will debate that it should not be on this console.
This side of the panel. Yeah, it shouldn't be. I'm just going to, yeah.
Here's the thing that the way I'm approaching this system is the accessibility to actually play it. Super Mario 64 is on the DS, and if you have a 3DS, you can play DS games. I think it's had a recent enough release where it doesn't. I don't want it on here. That's my personal. That's the way I approach this list. Are games that are still stuck on the 64 or just didn't get a recent enough port that it gives access to playing these games now. The way I'm looking at this list.
Sure.
So if you guys disagree with me, then fuck me. Okay. But I'm just saying that. I'm not saying my word is law. I'm just saying like this is how I approached it, and this is why I don't want Super Mario 64 on the list, because there's games that haven't been out since the 64 that like this would make it relative easier access to now for having it on the hypothetical N64 Classic.
And then also like my reasoning for not wanting Mario 64 is, you know, like Sam, when you talked about like let's not have too many Zelda games, let's not have too many Mario games. Like I feel like we're going to be talking about Mario Kart, we're going to talk about Mario Party. I feel like first of all, I think Banjo is a better platformer than Mario 64. But that's just my own personal opinion. Please don't attack me on that. But I feel like if we're going to have all these other Mario games, we don't need Mario 64 when we have an amazing platformer in Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I will say, like, on my personal list that I made, I have a Mario Party, I have Mario Kart 64, and that's all the Mario games that I have on my list. So I'm with Asa on this one.
Generally, it's like considered one of the best games of all time. So I think, for argument's sake, for now, I'm going to just stick it on the list. I'm not going to overrule you because come the end of it, it's a game that we can knock off. But to start with, I think we'd be crazy not to put it on there. So
I like it better on my DS, but that's okay.
Sure.
We're going to add it on there now. But
if we're going more foundation picks, I say Pokemon Stadium, 100%.
Stadium 1 or 2?
1.
Here's my bone to pick with Stadium, because a big major part of Stadium will just not work on this thing, and that is of course the Kart.
Like you won't be able to use your own Pokemon. That was the biggest thing of Stadium.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest thing.
I get that. For me, the main selling point for Stadium is the mini games. I think the mini games are like
100%.
Like alone is like worth the slot. Yeah, like the Lickitung, like the Magikarp, Rattata Run. Like I spent 100+ hours just going to my friend's house and just playing that for hours all day. Like, and it never got old. It was just consistently good. And I think that is the thing that, like, from a audience standpoint, people remember most about Pokemon Stadium. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like when you see like pictures of Pokemon Stadium, they show off the like Clefairy mini game or like things like that. So
I would agree, but I think the mini games in Stadium 2 are better than the original Stadium.
Like, I don't think that is a wrong opinion, obviously, but I think the thing is with me is that I feel like not as many people played Stadium 2. Because here's the thing, I love Johto, so like that's great, but I just think that if more people saw a list and it was like Pokemon Stadium 1 there instead of Pokemon Stadium 2, they would be more excited about it. And I think it's just because more people played Pokemon Stadium. Because I like looked at the sales between the two games, and like Stadium 2 sold a lot less than Stadium 1 did, which I think is a factor as well. But
so I'm going to jump in. Your point of those niche games that are locked, right? So you don't want Mario 64 because it was everywhere, but then you don't want Stadium 2 because it didn't sell enough?
Well, no, I'm just saying that just compared to the two games, I think people are more recognized with the first game than the second game. I think that, you know, like I don't know any. I played Stadium 2. I don't remember any of the mini games in Stadium 2. But then I know all of the mini games for Stadium 1.
The Rattata one, I'm 100% with you.
And that's just like, again, like when I play Pokemon Stadium, like outside of doing some battles from here to there, the majority of our playing was doing the mini games. And there's much more to offer in that game, but so I think that it's a really great party game to be added on this list. So
that's fair.
I say
I'd be okay with having both of them up there, and then we just kind of discuss it after.
See, I think it'd be better to have Stadium.
Can we also talk about other Pokemon games that we can add and then probably cut off immediately? And that's Hey You Pikachu.
Yeah. Yes, and that shouldn't even be considered.
It shouldn't even be considered. And then there's Pokemon Snap. I think actually should be on this list.
Yeah, I think I would take Snap over Stadium because there's way too many like features. Even if you played mostly the mini games of Stadium, there's so many features that would have to be removed from a classic version of Stadium, whether it's being able to play your Game Boy games on Stadium Kart,
Yes,
or being able to use your actual Pokemon, or trading, or sending Pokemon to your actual Game Boy or Game Boy carts. I think there's just so many features that would be moot on a classic that if we have Pokemon representation, I would be very much for like a Pokemon Snap,
yes,
because you get the whole game with that.
Both on the list.
What was the there was the puzzle game, right?
Puzzle League.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's a complete game that is not ported or available everywhere, unless I'm wrong, but I haven't seen it in years.
Well, there were follow-ups and stuff like that on the DS.
Gotcha.
GBA or Game Boy Color maybe had a Puzzle League.
I guess I was mostly saying on a console, like main console. But
so here's my main thing with Stadium to Snap. Both of them are on my personal 10 list. But I think that Pokemon Stadium Stadium, even without the features that are would not be there, I think it just has more replayability. I think like I love Pokemon Snap, but like, you know, I'll play it once and then I'll just like, I really don't feel the need to play it for a while.
But that's also
Pokemon
the
Stadium,
ethos
like
of a classic console. It's like you buy it, you play it once, and then you don't play it anymore.
But with like Pokemon Stadium, it's just like, you know, if I have friends over, like, hey, you want to play some Pokemon Stadium? It's like, yeah, let's play some Pokemon Stadium. Like
I would be that friend camp. I would
so
Pokemon Stadium.
I don't know. I think both should be on the list, but if we were only to pick one, I still would go with Stadium personally.
I'm happy to stick both on for now, because I agree. I think there's a great shout to have both of them in the final 10. Franchises, talking of the big ones, Zelda, which one? Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Cam, are you going to argue neither because they've both had DS ports?
Saying neither. I am saying neither.
But there's no other Zelda games on the Nintendo 64. So I say we have to do it.
You could maybe put like a Master Quest though, like Ocarina of Time Master Quest. So it's not like the standard one, but kind of the Aura Zelda Ocarina of Time.
I'm not super familiar with Zelda as a franchise, just because, you know, spiders are in almost every game. So you're gonna have to explain that one to me.
Reorganized dungeons, bit harder difficulty. And some other different things.
I would be good with Master Quest. I don't like Majora's Mask, so I don't feel like that should even be considered.
I can't wait to read the comments and be in the Twitch.
Not even be considered. I mean, if it's between the two, Ocarina is the one that people I feel like adore the most. And even though it got that 3DS port, I feel like it plays better with a 64 controller than it does with my hands cramped on my 3DS XL.
If I had to, you know, like obviously I knew that going into this, like I'm going to say neither, but we're still likely going to get one. But if I had to pick one, just based off of like things and stuff, I would say Ocarina of Time. Like that's the one I would pick.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, Majora's Mask, I've heard from plenty of people, like there's some people that like think it's like above and beyond the best Zelda game for the things that it does, and then I know people that think that like that hate the game because of it. So I think, you know, it's definitely probably the most controversial Zelda game in that sense. So I would go with Ocarina of Time.
Ricky, I saw you put your hand up.
Even as I was raising my hand because I'm one of the people that likes Majora's Mask more. But even as someone who replays Majora's Mask once a year, I would pick Ocarina, or just because I feel like more people would want it. Like, you know, it's going to sell more systems, so they're probably going to... That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Yep. That's fair. Cool. We're all agreed for the most part on Ocarina of Time, which is cool. So what about racing games? The N64 had so many damn good racing games. What are we thinking?
So I'm feeling Cruising in USA.
Oh, gosh.
No, the real answer is Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
Yes.
Diddy
Kong. I
Kong
think
is
you
the
could
real
have a
answer.
racer and kart racer.
Yes,
I think,
yes. You can have a racer and a kart racer.
There's better races, though. Wave Race and F-Zero.
I never played them.
Here's my
F-Zero was in 64.
Here's my thing with the racing games. I like, and this is gonna bring up a whole nother discussion, but I think that outside of Diddy Kong Racing, there shouldn't be any rare games on this list because they're all on Rare Replay.
I'm 100% with you, Cameron. I'm 100% with you on that one.
There's one that I can't agree with, but
yeah, so Diddy Kong Racing, I think it should be the one rare game on this list, and I do also have Mario Kart 64. Again, like, and I know that we like some of you all want a racing game, but I don't know, like, I'm kind of nah on that one. So for me, I have both Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing on here. So
talking just about racers. I could see the argument of not putting Cruisin' USA because it's also an arcade cabinet. So I can get that argument, but Wave Race 64, I feel like, and I don't know if anyone's with me, I'm seeing a lot of like absolutely not in people's eyes, but I feel like that's such an iconic racer for the 64, and I had so much fun with it. And it obviously didn't die because they continued Wave Race into the next console generation. So
see, Wave Race was great. The water looked unreal for the time, but
right,
if we're gonna pick one out of Diddy Kong and Mario Kart at the end, and then one of other racing games, I would go F-Zero over Wave Race. I think Wave Race is great.
Why?
But it was so cool at the time. The music, you had 30 different races racing at the same time, 30 different characters you could choose from. The cars were awesome. The futuristic setting was awesome.
But GX was better.
Yeah, but
I feel like F-Zero didn't hit the pinnacle until GameCube.
Ozzy, the problem is no one likes a water level. So if the game is
no one likes a water level, but everybody will love an entire game of water.
That's Pokemon Ruby, remember? Or third gen, where it's too much water?
Too much water.
Don't bring that up.
Don't. We're talking about bad comments. That's where it starts.
So let's take it back. Where's everyone landing on Diddy Kong versus Mario Kart?
To me, there's multiple Mario Karts, and the Mario Kart 64 is, to me, not even the best one.
It's the worst.
I agree. It's definitely like, I get the significance of it, but if I had to pick one kart racer, I would pick Diddy Kong Racing.
There's only one Diddy Kong, unless you're on the DS, but there's one Diddy Kong. That's all I'm saying.
Cool. In my prep, I had Diddy Kong down over Mario Kart, and I was prepared to argue with you all because I expected everybody to come at me with Mario Kart. So yeah, are we chopping Mario Kart straight away?
As a Mario, I say cut it out. I'm sorry.
For me, if ideally are thinking keeping to potentially one rare game on here instead of multiple, I would take Donkey Kong 64 over Diddy Kong.
I'm all for having more than one rare game.
I wasn't a big fan of Diddy Kong Racing, so I have much more of a connection.
I forgot DK64 is technically a rare game. I wouldn't be opposed to that either per se. But
I'm
like
fine
again,
with
no. I'm not saying DK64 over Diddy Kong.
Okay.
I'm still Diddy Kong over Donkey Kong. But I'm saying, like, if there's another slot, if we want a second rare game, and if for some reason, that happens, like, at least it's like people have access to this game that some people love, most people find mediocre.
I am fine with Diddy Kong over Mario Kart, but if we're keeping it to only one rare game for licensing issues, I would take.
No.
Okay, then yeah, Diddy Kong.
No, that's
cool.
Fine. No. It's AOC approved. It has to be on this list.
So okay, but here's the thing though, like, because it's on the table now. Does anyone else outside of Scott, like, is anyone else outside of Scott really rooting for DK64?
I loved that game as a kid, man. I'm not sure how it holds up.
I will at least back it up to make it equal a 3v3 and put it on the list, just because who knows? Again, like, the way I'm approaching this list is accessibility to playing it, and yes. DK64. I would be hypocritical if I was against it. So.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but that is the game that was on stream and AOC came on and had that whole big moment. Is that not the game?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I
know who AOC is.
Yeah. But she was on a stream talking about how much she loved that game. I'm pretty positive that's the game. If that's the case, it has cultural relevance enough to be put on this list.
Okay. So
That's fair.
the next game I'm going to, there's two games I think that should be instantly on this list. There's no questions asked. Super Smash Bros.
Yes.
And
All right.
Paper Mario. Both of those should be on the list.
So wait, so now we're talking about RPGs and fighters.
I was just saying in general, like I thought we were done with the rate.
I agree with you. I'm just like, should I fight for a better fighter on this list? That's what...
So
Can we go to fighters though?
I'm super cool with both of those. However, I want to wind it back to the other races quickly.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I'm so sorry.
Before we skip it. No, it's cool. So, other races you've got that we haven't kind of agreed on. You've got F-Zero, Cruising USA, X-Hype Bike 64, 1080 Snowboarding, Mickey's Speedway USA, Snowboard Kids, and Wave Race.
Oh, you forgot about the South Park game, obviously.
That's true.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
go on, Asa.
1080
snow and throw out some turkeys.
1080 Snowboarding. Just
I don't view it as a racer. I view it as an extreme sports. Like if we're looking at sports games, extreme sports, 1080 snowboarding has to be on there.
Has to.
Because we're not putting Tony Hawk, because Tony Hawk belongs in the PlayStation.
No,
What did
he's
the
literally
N64
being
have?
remade this year. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
agree.
1080 snowboarding.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
I can get behind that. Where are we landing on F-Zero versus Wave Race versus neither versus both?
If you're going to give me 1080, I'll stop fighting for Wave Race.
I say put F-Zero because the music is fat. I love it. So good.
Yeah, it is. Anyone else want to fight forever?
Like I would just go F-Zero just because it's more Nintendo. It's Nintendo. But you know, I'm indifferent on that one.
Let's have it on there on the hypothetical list. So you'll be happy to know we've just hit 10 on our
we're done.
pre-list.
All right, we're done. Let's go.
Oh, good.
And there's going to be a lot more arguing.
All right. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. And Paper Mario. I recently played Paper Mario for the first time, and it holds up incredibly well. And then Super Smash Brothers is Super Smash Brothers.
See, I'm all for Paper Mario. I have to pass on Smash Brothers.
And I
think
kind of agree with you too.
Just because I'm going into this assuming there will probably only be one, maybe two controllers packed in, and hard to say if it will have the ability for 4 players. So I think if there is no 4-player ability on our hypothetical console, or it only comes bundled in with 2 controllers, I think a lot of the fun of Smash Brothers drops away. Plus, Smash is like still very much a thing you can play, and outside of the novelty of being able to go back and play old Smash, like the original Smash, I think there would be better fighting games for this particular platform than Smash Brothers 64.
So hypothetically, how many? Is the N64 the first Nintendo system that allows up to 4 players?
No.
No. Okay.
NES and Super Nintendo both had multi taps.
That's right.
Interesting.
That's right.
But so at default, like when it fresh out of the box, it can play up to 4 players.
As far as I know, because it's built into the actual.
It has
design.
4 controller spots.
Yes.
On the base.
Man,
unit.
I feel like with N64, like it would be crazy if they didn't do that.
Well, they could do 2, but they can also sell the controllers later, and don't forget about like a Nintendo controller. Like they could do multiple controllers. So to me, that argument for not having Smash Brothers is to me irrelevant. I just think that it's just not the best Smash game. That's just
you can now use almost everything from the N64 version in Ultimate. Obviously, all the characters,
except the model. You can't get that. Would actually be a cool Ultimate DLC.
I agree with you.
But
I agree with you.
But yeah, stages, things like that are pretty much all on in Ultimate.
It's the Ultimate.
I don't want to like. I feel like with Super Smash Bros, at least this franchise, is that there are things about each game that there are people that love the original Super Smash Bros more than any other Smash Bros. Like my favorite Smash is still Brawl to this day. I don't so just because Ultimate is technically has everything to make those games kind of like irrelevant, I guess. You know, at the end of the day, like just because Ultimate has like everything that to offer in a Smash game, it doesn't mean it's like my favorite. Like it's gonna be the guaranteed favorite or anything like that.
I think
No, that's fair.
I think for the argument that everyone loves using Endgame to describe everything, but I'm going to describe Smash Brothers on the 64 as the Avengers, where I'm like, yeah, that was great. At the time, it was amazing, but then Endgame, right? And so now we have Super Smash Brothers Ultimate that just like to me is the pinnacle. I wouldn't even say that isn't even my favorite one. I say Melee, but it doesn't matter.
Melee, yeah.
That's all. But I'm just saying, in terms of fighters, it's good. I don't know if it's.
I'm happy to
we could put it on.
kind of put it on there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it get chopped fairly early on. So yeah, that's Smash Bros. What about the other party games? The other multiplayer games?
Mario Party 2.
2, yeah.
The best Mario Party, in my opinion.
I have no opinion. I hate Mario Party.
Ooh,
That's just me.
really?
That's why I don't throw parties.
So is that like a unanimous Mario Party 2 straight down? Does anyone argue 1 or 3?
So the first 3 are on N64.
First 3 are
correct?
on 64.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I
I
think
just played them all recently, and I feel like the assortment of maps, mini games, I feel like 2 has the best assortment.
cool. Well, that was far easier than I ever expected it to be, which is cool. Fighting games then, Scott, you said that
Yay.
there are better fighting games to go on this list than Mario Party. Super Smash Bros. What are you
I think a
implying?
more traditional like 2D fighting game would be better, and Mario had brought it up. Clay Fighter
Yeah.
Clay Fighter.
63 and a third or something. It was some weird title.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the 64 was a lot of fun.
Clay Fighter was dope.
Clay Fighter just had just a fun. I mean, it's just one of those games that you rent from like Blockbuster, and then like your dad's like not paying attention, so you just playing Clay Fighter. And Earthworm Jim has an awesome cameo in it. The graphics at the time were like edgy, cool looking, but they were not. But still, I just think that I just had way more fun playing that game, more nostalgia for a game that is not accessible today on any standard. My also honorable mention, I don't know if anyone's ever played this, because I'm going to tell a real sad story. My parents were divorced, and so I had to visit my dad on the weekends. I remember ordering pizza and watching Mortal Kombat the movie. But the game that I would play the most was a game called War Gods. Do you remember War Gods?
Yes!
War
Fucking
Gods
love War
is
Gods.
terribly awesome and has the worst characters ever. But I'm sorry, it belongs on this list. It's a relic of time.
I don't think I can, in good conscience, add a game on this list that only 2 people have heard of.
But
Yeah.
what about just to like the maybe list, just to make them happy? We know it's getting cut. But
Please.
What was it? War Gods.
War Gods.
type it on there with
Yes.
an asterisk, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
like gods from different, obviously different religions and all that stuff. It's so bad.
So it's Smite,
It's Smite. It's the original Smite.
the original Smite.
Yeah.
It's by Midway. Yeah.
That's right. Midway.
Midway did it too? Okay.
Yeah.
So
There's
this
a character named Kabuki Joe. Okay.
Kabuki Joe. That's right.
So just quickly,
It's falling
tangent. Whilst we're on Midway, Gauntlet Legends. Anybody?
apart. No. it
I
wasn't.
loved Gauntlet Legends, but I know that it's not going to make it to the list. So
I won't even bother trying then.
Okay. Do you have a
Cool.
subcategory for wrestling games? Because I can go on forever on that one.
I feel like it should be WrestleMania 2000.
I like Warzone.
I almost want to put WCW NWO Revenge, but that's just me.
Ooh. Never mind. I would go Revenge. Yeah.
Cameron's like, what are you doing? He doesn't aversion. But then WWE No Mercy. Then there's WWE WrestleMania 2000. There's so many guys.
I would go No Mercy.
I mean,
See,
yes.
I thought No Mercy is the most iconic, but I feel like WrestleMania 2000 built on what No Mercy did. Made it a little bit better. Nope. Okay, that's all right.
No,
I didn't. I'm nope.
No, thank you, Cameron. thank you so much, Cameron. I'm gonna say No Mercy because it was steeped, I believe, if I'm remembering it correctly, into early Attitude Era, and that is the Stone Colds. That's your early rocks.
Wait, what?
Mankind and Undertaker. So I think, and as an actual game, an actual functioning good wrestling game, it actually is pretty great in terms of the moves you can do at the time, but also the way that the finishers look, this the way that the game played, and the things you can do. For the N64 to me was so iconic, and why I think it's still talked about today.
Yeah.
And why we want a game like that, not like the simulated stuff today. It's because of that game and those games and that ilk. That
is that the one where you can create your own championship belt?
No, I don't know. I don't remember if you can do it in the 64 versions, but I just remember like being able to customize characters.
Whichever one that one was, where you could create your own belt.
Sure.
That one was my favorite. But I mean, really, I'm good for any wrestling game. I played them all, loved them all. So.
Yeah.
We'll stick No Mercy on there for now.
All right.
Just
solid.
Just because.
Solid.
Thank you. Just for my heart.
Yeah. So there were a few other 3D platformers we've not mentioned. Banjo-Kazooie, we've kind of touched on, but we never debated. Conker's Bad Fur Day, Yoshi's Story, Kirby. Any of those tickling anyone's fancy?
I have Kirby on the list.
Yeah, I do too.
I actually have. I had Yoshi's just because it was like one of my last slots, and I put it on the list because, it's first party. But like I've heard, I never played myself, but I heard that it's pretty meh as a game. So I'm not gonna fight for that to make the list per se. But Kirby 64, I think should be on the consideration list for sure.
So good.
Yeah, I never played it, but that's quite a hard one to get hold of. So I wouldn't be particularly adverse to having it on the list just for that reason.
Yeah, I've heard, I haven't played it, but I have a friend who is a big Kirby fan, and he says that it's like one of the best Kirby games.
It's easily one of my favorite Kirby games.
Yeah.
Air Ride's up there, Dreamland, but Crystal Shards is top tier.
I remember renting it like 4 weekends in a row, but I don't remember anything about it. So, I don't know what that says.
Yeah, so Banjo then. Is no one fighting for Banjo?
No, I thought Banjo was already on the list.
We touched
Rare
on it.
Replay, with it being on Rare Replay, and which is on Game Pass, you can literally play it for free right now. I would say... It's good, but you can already easily play it.
It is.
It doesn't add value to it.
It is arguably the, outside of like Zelda and Mario 64, it's arguably like the most iconic N64 game. But like, it's easy to access now, man, and it's just, I feel like it would be a waste of a slot.
Well, then if we're not going to put Banjo on, then I would go back and say Mario 64 should be on there, just because I feel like we need to have one of those top tier 3D platformers on this thing.
I mean, we do have it on the consideration list for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to stick it on the consideration list, and when it comes to culling time, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah. And then I know that this is a game that Scott really roots for, and I thought it would be a fun, didn't sell a whole lot, but like, apparently it's very good. Mischief Makers. It's a 3D platformer.
This is for you.
2D. It's 2D.
2D, sorry. 2D. Sorry. So Scott can explain all of that because he's actually played it, but I have it on my list because I've heard very good things about it through Scott.
Mischief Makers is just, it's one of those kind of feel-good, kind of smaller budget third-party games that was exclusive to the N64, had a really fun, unique cast of characters, unique art style that just endeared itself to me. And it's a fun 2D side scroller platformer. It has secret levels, it has collectibles, it has crazy boss fights, and it just had a robot that just shook things and threw people at things. It was fun.
So I want to argue a similar game to that, but a 3D action adventure one. Did anyone play Mystical Ninja starring Goemon?
I have that on my list. Yes, that's also
on my list.
That game is rad. Like,
yes,
ridiculously Japanese, the most Japanese game you will ever play, but really cool characters, genuinely funny, just an interesting game. Like I would put that in my top 5 games of all time. A lot of it's kind of nostalgia. So good. Giant robot battles. Yeah, honestly, I love that game so much. I don't think it should make a top 10, probably. But
they're really the Goemon games are good.
Yeah,
the GoldenEye.
No, the Goemon games.
Oh, Goemon, yeah. So I'm going to put it on there, but he's going to get cold. I will put Mischief Makers on there as well.
Since he said the golden word, do we talk about GoldenEye?
We do, but I think licensing would be too hard. It's a rare game, but the 007 license is, from what I understand, split between like 3 different license holders and impossible to get hold of.
And there was a better shooter called Perfect Dark.
Oh,
sorry. Turok 2 also phenomenal.
I would say Perfect Dark is definitely more refined, but at the same time, also on the rare replay. And in terms of just like the impact it made in games in general, GoldenEye was a bigger splash and genre-defining title.
Yeah. I mean, when I say slappers,
I love Perfect Dark though. Don't get me wrong. I have great memories of Perfect Dark, but
I agree. GoldenEye is one of like the most fondly remembered multiplayer games of all time, especially for couch co-op. But like I say, for licensing, I think it would be impossible to do.
And it's only for that reason that I was pushing for, even though I love both games. I'm a huge James Bond guy.
Mm-hmm.
So like every single thing about GoldenEye was Asa, but I liked what Perfect Dark did better, like a new IP, the laptop gun. I mean, just everything about that game.
I love the laptop gun.
Was more refined. Okay. But if we're not going to do it because it's another rare game and it was on rare replay, then I think Turok 2 would be the next shooter to put on there.
I think Turok for sure, because to me, Turok just yells Nintendo 64.
Yes,
for me personally.
Yeah,
Turok also just got a remastered version on everything.
That's true. That is
can't wait.
It's good.
People in the comments are gonna just roast us because we're going the like how easily can we access this game route because
yeah. Well, they're going to be split between you guys are talking about Banjo-Kazooie, it's owned by Microsoft, but then you're talking about James Bond. Like, make up your goddamn minds, guys. I know, we know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get roasted, for that, but that's cool. I'm a big boy.
Is it real
we
quick?
should just
true that
should make things.
I was gonna say, can you do two? I don't know if this is a real rumor or not. 2 Nintendo 64 controllers, and you can do 2 sticks to play GoldenEye, or is that fake? I heard that.
That's fake.
I'm sorry.
I don't think that's real.
Please in the comments.
Maybe on a fan mod or something you can do it.
Anyway, I started blasting.
2 slappers.
Cool. So we are in the free-for-all zone. We've probably got 8 minutes to kind of shoot through the last few games we want to get on the list. That'll give us another 8 minutes to then chop down what we've got.
Okay.
So all the games that are on my top 10 we have spoken on. So I am content with
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Yes, and I was also going to bring up Star Wars Shadow of the Empire.
Star Fox 64.
Want to mention both on PC.
Damn you.
Yeah. So
wait, Shadow of the Empire's on PC? I gotta buy it. Oh yeah, you're right. It is.
It is. It's on Origin.
Damn, I gotta buy
it.
Steam.
Let's break it down. Star Fox, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would break my top 10. Let alone anything else. What else did we have? What Star Wars games were there?
Shadow of the Empire, but you can cut it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Can we include Quest 64 just to piss people off?
I thought about it.
Can we put Quest as the RPG representative over Paper Mario just to get the hate comments?
No.
Absolutely not. I'm not even playing your game, Scott.
No.
I bought an RPG to replace Paper Mario.
No. Paper Mario is like my number 2 game on this list that I want on the.
Hang on, Asa, did you say you've got another
joking.
RPG?
I know.
I was
Go
gonna
on.
say Ogre Battle 64
Yeah.
as
Oh yes,
Yeah.
100% behind that.
like I didn't play, and that's the thing is I didn't play Paper Mario on 64 until later, and it just didn't jive with me like the other Paper Marios did, and I feel like Ogre Battle still holds up.
Persons of lordly caliber.
Yes,
Hell yes, so good. I'm
and it
behind
really
that.
started to introduce that tactical RPG to people.
Cool. It's on there. It's not going to make the final cut. Let's be honest. But
So I'm trying to write my own list here just to keep up on my end. What wrestling game did we end up putting as our?
WWF No Mercy.
No
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So anyone for Blast Core?
Not for
I
me.
would
No.
No, it's
Mm.
good.
That-
Sorry.
That was a hard no. That one. What about? There was one more that Jet Force Gemini. I know it's
Rare
rare replay.
Rare replay,
Uh,
guys, come
what
on.
about Bomberman 64 Second Attack or Bomberman 64?
Man, I loved Bomberman 64.
Guys, we didn't talk about any sports games.
I have
We
a few.
got-
We
You
have
did
to put
1080.
we have to put NFL Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz, Slugfest.
See, for
I would-
me,
it's above
the UK perspective, like
Sorry.
that's not going to do a lot for the audience over here. That's like me saying World Cup '98. You guys would probably go for the most part.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
that is fair.
Yeah,
For
Ricky.
me,
You were in Chicago
it's
in the
all-
streets. You were playing NFL Blitz.
For me, it's all just sports ball.
You never played NFL Blitz, Scott?
I rented it probably a couple times, but I'm
So
not a
fun.
sports person.
I'm not a
And,
sports-
like
It's a wrestling
honestly,
game.
honestly. Wait, was there an NBA Jam for N64?
Oh shit, that would be on the list.
Yeah, there is, but I don't think it's as good.
No, it's a Sega
I
Genesis
don't think
game,
it's worth.
in my opinion.
Mhm.
Right. Has anyone got any burning shouts? Because the list is now 24 strong. So
Ken
we're going to
Griffey's
need to
Home Run
go
Derby.
through and.
Oh God, my list is much smaller than yours. Okay.
So let me recap where we're at. So we've got Mario 64, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, Ocarina of Time, Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64, Super Smash Brothers. I've written Paper down. I meant Paper Mario. 1080 Snowboarding, F-Zero, Hey You Pikachu, Mario Party 2, Clay Fighter, War Gods, No Mercy, Kirby, Banjo, Goemon, Mischief Makers, Turok 2, Perfect Dark, Star Fox, Ogre Battle, Bomberman 64.
How did you live? You get
Okay.
War Gods
I mean,
on
it
there.
won't. No one. Oh, go ahead.
So first off, I think we all said already, like from the get go, that we don't want Hey You Pikachu, right?
I'm for
I
I
that.
don't
just-
think he didn't mention Hey You Pikachu.
I did,
thought-
but
And
Oh, you
that
did?
was just I did mention it, but I knew it was one that was getting thrown out
Yeah.
straight away.
Okay. Okay. So let's
Yeah,
look.
there's no
We got,
blockbusters
like-
to get your pictures from your Hey You Pikachu. So
We got like 15 minutes left here. So
we got this.
Before
gonna
we
s-
move on, can I just shout out Wet Tricks really quickly? Because that's
Yes.
I own 2 copies of that game. It's incredible. If you can play it, play it. I know it's not going to make the list, but
What's the selling point? What's the elevator pitch on Wet Tricks?
pretend like you're kind of playing Tetris, except instead of blocks, you're laying down like things that make elevation go up or down, and then dropping water in lakes and trying to keep the water on the platform as long as possible.
Whoa, okay.
And, yeah, it's crazy, but
that sounds interesting.
All right, interesting.
I've put it on the temporary list for you, Ricky.
thank you.
It's going to
Your
go.
War Gods.
Let's.
So, is there anything else that needs to go on this temporary list, or are we ready to start knocking it
I
down?
think we should go.
Did we add
No.
Bomberman?
Ogre
Yeah,
Battle.
Bomberman's on
Okay.
there. Right, so I'm going to go through. If we all think it goes, then it goes. Mario 64. That's staying for now. Too much
but I don't think it
hesitation.
stays either. So
Stays.
I'll start from the bottom up. Bomberman 64. Does anyone really think that should be on here?
it can go
Snip,
Get
snip.
rid.
go.
I think it can go.
For 10. It can go.
Yeah. Ogre Battle. Are we feeling the same?
I say I think that's the best RPG
You should
representation.
keep it. There's so many Mario games already, guys. Come on.
I haven't played it. I'm not gonna back a game I haven't played. You know, so
right. It's staying for now, but don't be surprised once we get down to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
If it disappears, Star Fox for me has to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
It's on 3DS.
Sure.
It's on 3DS.
Perfect Dark.
Rare replay.
No. I say cut it.
We need a shooter. We need a shooter.
I would cut Perfect Dark.
Okay. Cool. Perfect Dark's gone. That's the majority rules there. Turok 2.
Turok
Cerebral
stays.
Bore's
For
real
now.
cool.
I'll say it stays for now.
For now.
Cool. Mischief Makers.
Stay.
I don't know what that is.
I
Sorry,
don't
Scott.
know what it is.
I
Confused.
backed you for Clay Fighter Mario. You said you would back me from.
Oh, you're right. I'm so
Here we
sorry.
go.
I'm so sorry. Yes. Yes.
What?
Damn it. These behind the scene
Again, like
answers.
here's the thing. Like I never even heard of Ogre Battle, which is why I'm not backing that at all. But with Mission Makers, like Scott introduced me to it, and then I like actually looked into it, and it is a very beloved, like really great 2D platformer. Which is why I'm willing to
If
back
I
it
would
up.
have known, I would have introduced it to you months ago.
Oh, sorry.
This is
All right. I'll keep it for
Cool.
now. Keep it for now.
So
I would highly recommend Ogre Battle, though. You should definitely.
see.
for now, Mischief Makers stays. For now, Mischief Makers stays.
Wait, did we put GoldenEye on the list or no? Or are we literally cutting it for licensing? Because that's the shooter, but that's just me.
I thought we were cutting Goldeneye because of the
Yeah.
license.
I say,
Yeah.
why though?
Because it's going to be too much of a mess to try and get it.
Listen, we don't actually have to do paperwork. That's all I'm saying.
This is like what we want to do. Like even for me, I wouldn't have GoldenEye on the list personally. So
All right, fine.
I would put GoldenEye way above Turok 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what
GoldenEye
I'm
would
saying.
That's like my number one.
In a perfect world, I would too. But I thought
Right, so I'm winding back everything I've said. I'm vetoing. This is a shitstorm. It's all gone wrong. We're sticking GoldenEye. We're forgetting licensing. It's ever a thing. We're 50 minutes into the panel, and I've just thrown the book.
Right.
So GoldenEye's going on there. I just don't think, in good conscience, I can say yes to WWE games and whatnot.
Whoa.
But
sorry. Top
in
10,
terms of licensing, sorry, let me wind that back. Because I imagine there's some old school music in the WWE games. I can't remember now.
they can afford it.
They can absolutely afford it.
They
Right,
can swap it out too.
Okay.
Going on, going.
Fine.
I say keep it.
I
Fine.
would keep it.
Fine.
WWF, No Mercy.
No,
You can take it off.
going
You can
on.
take it off. Take it off. Take it off. It's fine.
Go
Oh.
on.
War
Oh
Gods?
yeah, I just haven't played. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Have a look at it, Cam. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry, but have a look at it.
right.
Banjo, stay or
Gone.
go.
It's
I'm
on
gonna
rare
say
replay,
stay.
man.
It's
sorry.
either that or Mario
Good
64.
We are saying right here that Banjo-Kazooie is a fucking phenomenal game that everyone should play on rare replay. But it is on rare replay. It's got to go.
I'm sorry.
Ace, I'm
Logan.
sorry.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry,
Okay.
my man.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I just have to get it.
Everyone
right.
say
It
sorry
is a
to at
fantastic
Logan
game.
Moore.
Anyone who thinks otherwise, I don't know,
Yeah.
reevaluate.
Listen, commenters
Mario.
below at Moreman12 say I'm sorry. No context. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're happy as a group to chop Banjo, yeah?
Yes, buy Banjo.
We're not happy about it, but
Play it on rare replay, or just go to a mom and pop shop and just buy it on a 64 and buy a 64 and play it then, and there you go.
Kirby,
I think
it
Kirby.
should stay. It should stay.
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
I kept thinking you
At
were
least
saying
for now.
Kobe, like
thought he
Kobe
said it
Bryant.
too.
It was like,
I thought
when
it was
did we
Kobe.
put Kobe Bryant
It's
basketball
damn
on?
accent. Damn accent.
No, that's fine. I was like,
So Kirby stays.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Kobe
think
stays.
Kirby
yeah,
should
first
stay for
round, I
now.
would say
For
Kirby
now,
can
yeah.
stay.
Wow. Wow. You go for blood next
Holy
round
shit,
then.
Scott.
Okay.
No Mercy.
Cut it. Fine.
Stays.
It's fine. I love
What?
you.
Oh.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut
Mario
it.
Get out of here.
That's fine. I'll make my
It's
own
gone.
goddamn Nintendo 64 bootlegs with 120 games.
I've already crossed War Gods off.
I agree with you. It's okay.
That's fine.
I'm fighting for Clay Fighters.
Yes.
That's
Clay
next.
stays.
Are we really saying Clay Fighter stays?
Yes.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
a good.
No.
We need a fighter.
We're not
No.
voting Smash.
No. I'm getting.
We're not
no.
voting Smash. We need a
I've
fighter.
never heard of Clay Fighter, so I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
not
You've
heard
gonna
of
back
Earthworm
something
Jim.
up.
You've heard of Earthworm Jim.
Yes.
Right?
You don't care about
Angry
Earthworm
Snowman
Jim.
I don't
somewhere.
care
Come
about
on.
Earthworm
Are we all thinking of the same clay fighters? The clay fighters that got panned, like, and is pretty much known as being a fairly bad game, right?
Yes, we're talking about that one.
But
63 and a third, baby.
That's
Why
right.
do,
Yes.
it's a fun fighter.
Ricky,
and we
help
need
me.
a good fighter on this.
Save me on
Right.
this, Ricky.
Kind of zany.
there's,
They took
There's
away
6
War
of
Gods
us.
and No Mercy.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
got
like-
no mercy, no Smash. We need clay fighters.
Yes.
we haven't said no Smash yet. We've made arguments, but right, Acer, Smash or clay fighters?
Clay fighters.
Clay
man.
fighters.
Clay fighters, man.
No.
Clay fighters.
Because if I'm gonna
No.
play Smash, I'm playing
Either.
Melee. I'm playing Brawl.
All right, let's do rules. All right, everyone, Smash Brothers. Raise your hand.
I'm going Smash.
That's 2.
That's 2,
We
baby.
really-
That's 2, baby.
Clay fighters. Let's see them.
Fighters win.
You guys are crazy. You guys are insane.
Wait, what about Ricky? What did Ricky
He
say?
abstains.
There's the neither option. Is there an
His
option?
Nope,
mail-in
nope.
voting did
Yeah,
not arrive.
he can have a neither option. That's only one vote
No,
for neither.
abstaining is
It will-
stupid.
He's going to be like most millennials this year.
You are complicit, Ricky. You are complicit.
Ricky making my dreams come true.
Hold on one fucking second here. Clay Fighter 64. I want to see this shit. Hold on.
Hold on, you can look afterwards.
Whilst you're doing that, Cam,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Mario Party, stay or go.
Stay.
Stay.
Abstain.
Wet Tricks, are we goodbye?
Stay.
We
It
need
was
a
cool to
Tetris
hear
game on
about
this
it,
list.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
You know,
But out.
but
Ow,
Yep.
sorry.
F-Zero.
Out.
For me, it
Top
stays.
10.
Wait,
Top
what
10,
racers
man.
do we
It's
have,
top-
though?
It's 10, man.
We've still got on there 1080 snowboarding, although debatable if it's a racer.
Actually, I'm gonna back F-Zero. I'm gonna back F-Zero.
Cool.
We can have both.
F-Zero.
So we can have both.
I think it stays.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right,
so
F-Zero
that's
stays.
that's staying.
If
We're
we're
down to
making
like
Clay Fighters stay, I'm gonna make F-Zero stay.
we're down to like 3 minutes. So let's
Oh no.
Oh shit, really? Oh god.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So quick fire round. 1080 snowboarding.
Yes.
Stays.
Stays.
That's
That's free.
Yeah. Paper Mario.
Stay.
Goes.
Stay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't.
Donkey Kong 64.
No.
No.
Get it out.
Please.
Kick it out at this point. At this point,
Yeah.
we gotta kick it out.
Diddy
Time
Kong
for-
Racer.
Stay.
Racing.
Stay.
Stay.
Sure.
I think if
Universal
there's like I think we're at this point, especially on limited time, where like if someone's like hesitant, if there's like more than one person hesitant, then it probably should go. Because
Yes.
we're kind of limited.
Yes.
Ocarina of Time.
Stays.
Yes.
Stay.
Stay. Sure.
Pokemon Snap.
Stay.
Stay.
Stay. Stadium.
Gone.
Stay.
Cut.
Stay.
Gone.
Stay.
Gone.
What?
Cut.
What?
Bye bye. Cut.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys are
it.
wild. You
Delete.
guys
Oh,
are
you are
wild.
insane.
Gone. Stadium's gone.
You're insane. You are insane.
If I
This is the
can't
first
play my
pick.
Pokemon Red on my television, then what is it good for?
The cutting of
I'm
features.
joking. I'm joking.
I'm not putting in a whole game just because of mini games.
That's
And then
right.
Mario
Because of
64.
mini games, though.
Mario 64. We've lost Banjo. We've lost
And
It
Donkey
stays.
Kong
And
64 at
it
this
stays.
point.
And-
So,
It stays.
Sure.
right. So we're now down to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So we got cut.
All right, so 5.
5. Ogre Battle. Gone.
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 Fine, cut it.
Sorry. Gone.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
We just
Now-
got Pokemon Stadium. Shut up.
now I've allowed GoldenEye. Turok. Gone.
Yes.
Turok gone.
Yeah.
Turok
Gone.
gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Turok gone.
Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Goldeneye's here. Turok.
Yeah. Yeah. Turok gone.
Mischief Makers, I would say, looking at this list, is one of the weaker ones now.
Stay.
I'm gonna say stay right now.
Hi, Ricky.
Kirby.
I think Kirby should stay over Mischief Makers.
Yes. Kirby over.
Kirby or Mischief? Kirby
I would say Kirby.
over Mischief Makers, yeah?
I'll go Kirby
Yes.
because I'm sorry.
Kirby.
I never played Mischief Makers. I'm sorry. I lost.
Yeah.
So-
at the-
4, 7,
sorry.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need to cut 2 of
Okay.
Mario 64, Pokemon Snap, Ocarina of Time, Diddy Kong Racing, Paper Mario, 1080 Snowboarding, F-Zero, Mario Party 2, Clay Fighters, Kirby, GoldenEye, Star Fox.
1080 snowboarding.
No. I'm gonna say Star Fox because it's on the 3DS. It's on the 3DS.
You know what? He's not wrong.
Cut it.
Wait. Give me the list again. Give me the list again.
Mario 64, Pokemon Snap,
Yes.
Ocarina of Time,
Okay.
Diddy Kong Racing, Paper
Yes.
Mario, 1080 Snowboarding,
Yes.
F-Zero, Mario Party, Clay Fighters.
I say get rid of Mario Party.
Kirby, GoldenEye,
No.
Star Fox.
I'm going
I
to
would
say
cut Paper
Star
Mario.
Fox. No, Star Fox and
F-Zero's gone.
Yeah, F-Zero.
Starbucks-
There's
Star-
three racing games.
Oh, there's 3 racing games?
Three racing games.
F-Zero.
Cut F-Zero. That's
Star
F-Zero.
Fox and F-Zero, I guess. I still think. Okay, so hold on. Before we finalize this, who would pick Clay Fighter over Pokemon Stadium? I want to see you raise a hand right now. Who would pick Clay Fighter over Pokemon Stadium? Asa, put your fucking hand down.
Okay, listen. Only because I want a good fighter. I want a good fighter. That's it.
That's not a good fighter. I'm looking at the fucking
You
game
don't
right
know
now.
it's not a good fighter. You don't know it's not a good
I
fighter.
had so
You admit
much
to
fun
not
with-
even knowing about it. So you
Let's
can't say
fucking go.
Sam even said that it was received poorly.
But we cut off a wrestling game. If we're not getting a wrestling game, then I want Clay Fighters.
I took off my shirt for Clay Fighters.
And listen, Cam, I told you, my guy, I love Stadium. I love it so much. But in 2 Pokemon games, I got to go Snap over that one. For accessibility purely.
Right, we need to cut one more, and we need to do it sharp.
Who would take Pokemon Stadium over Mario Party? I'll take it. I'll take the L. I want
get rid of
Mario
Mario
Party
Party.
on this list.
I am totally
it's minigame versus
anti-stadium.
minigame, baby.
I am 100% anti-stadium. I do
We're,
not think
we're still on 11, so even if we swap Stadium for
Wait,
Mario Party, we still have one more to cut.
We can do 10 in a hidden game.
Okay, hold on.
I
So
would
read the
cut
list
Paper
again, read the
Mario
list again.
before Mario Party.
No. No.
So we've
neither
got
of those. No.
Mario 64, Pokemon Snap, Ocarina of Time, Diddy Kong Racing, Paper Mario, 1080 Snowboarding, Mario Party 2, Clay Fighter, Kirby, GoldenEye, Star Fox.
All right,
For me,
Star
Clay
Fox needs to go.
Clay
Did we already
Fighter.
agree?
No,
No, Star Fox. Get rid of Star Fox.
Okay, no, hold on. So
Yes.
here's the
Clay
thing.
Fighters goes.
No,
Here's the
Star
thing. If
Fox.
I had to pick one of those games just straight up, I would say Clay Fighter. I'm sorry, I
Yes.
just would. But Star Fox is also on the 3DS.
Yes, I agree with Cam on that
So
one.
I think personally it should go between those 2 games, even
Right,
though
I'm
I
going to go
personally-
down the list, and
Every-
we're going to vote. Right, Asa, Clay Fighters or Star Fox? Which
Ask me
goes?
last. Ask me last, please.
He's got to be
Mario,
deciding-
Clay Fighters or Star Fox?
Clay Fighters, man.
Wait, to
Ca-
keep or stay? Are we voting to
Wait,
keep?
yes, that's right. Make that clear.
we're voting. Your vote is to keep
Vote to keep, yeah.
Clay
so
Fighters.
Clay
Vote to
Fighters, Cam,
Star Fox.
Scott,
Clay Fighters.
Ricky.
Star Fox.
I'm Star Fox, so that's 3 for
Also,
Star
I took my
Fox,
shirt
2 for
off.
Clay
all right?
Fighters.
I took my shirt off.
Asa, you like?
I took my
You've got
shirt
the.
off.
If it's a draw, we just.
We have
I
no
don't know what
flight.
happened.
We have no flight games too. So it's 10 games. You're gonna have to
Listen.
Oh no!
listen.
No. Please tell me you have a no.
Yes.
Clay Fighters.
That one's
is-
on GameCube.
I know.
So
That's
that
a
doesn't
Very poor
count.
example. Very poor
Different game.
I was just
Right.
saying, I love Star Fox
Oh.
more than I love
It's got a
Clay
twist to it.
Fighters.
We're
Okay.
locking it. That's the list. We are
Yeah.
done.
We-
Cool. So
We're
the
limited on
final-
time.
Mario,
We're
Mario,
limited on
Mario,
time.
Mario. I typically would have gone Clay Fighters, but it's Sam's fault. He bullied me. He bullied me into putting my furry love against Clay Fighters. Am I going to pick an angry snowman, or am I going to pick the sexy beast right here?
I still can't believe
What
we
do you
don't
want
have
me to
Pokemon Stadium.
So, right, our final list is Mario 64, Pokemon Snap, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Diddy Kong Racing, Paper Mario, 1080 Snowboarding, Mario Party 2, Kirby, The Crystal Shards, GoldenEye, and Star Fox. For me, despite the argument, I think that is a good list.
Yeah.
Overall. So that's it. That's our panel. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Asa. Thank you, everybody, for watching at home. I've been Sam Woods, and this has been our DualShockers panel. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Play Mischief Makers.
Clay Fighter's
Or
dog.
electric.
You did me dirty, Mario. You betrayed me. I stuck
you guys
up for
betrayed.
you.
Oh, come on.
No, we have a